Before the stampede of luxury horsepower you find in Moscow today, there was one car that ruled Russia's roads, the classic Lada. But now the old Soviet workhorse is finally being put out to pasture.
The last ones rolled off the assembly line in September, including this one, which means that sadly, this is one of the last Lada classics ever produced.
The car never made it to the United States, but it was hugely popular around Europe, Latin America, and of course at home, where it was the only car available and a status symbol during the Soviet days. Over 18 million of them were sold around the world, making the classic Lada one of the most popular cars in history. It's hard to imagine, but this is the 2012 model, almost identical to the model that debuted in 1980.
The design was actually based on a 1960s Fiat, but other than a couple changes over the years, they didn't really do much with it. But there's a reason this car was so successful. First, it was really cheap to buy, and also really cheap to fix, which is good because you had to fix it a lot.
The car's dated design, dubious durability, and poor performance made it the butt of jokes everywhere.
So how do you double the value of a Lada? Put gas in it.
Today, the classic Lada still has its boxy headlights, metal bumper, 4 doors, and a set of tires. And that's about it.
So under the hood, you've got a 1.7-liter, 4-cylinder engine that pumps out a whopping 73 horsepower. It actually has a top speed of 90 miles per hour, and it goes 0 to 60 in 17 seconds.
The doors are a bit tricky to open, and the interior isn't much better.
So inside here, everything is pretty basic. I mean, it looks like something you might see out of a 1970s or 80s Gremlin. You've got plastic and metal sticking out. There's no satellite navigation. There's no air conditioning. There's not even a radio. You do get a cigarette lighter and a steering wheel, but no power steering.
But what do you expect from a car that sells for about $8,000? You still see plenty of them on the road in Russia today, and customers are jumping for the last ones. This dealer received his last shipment of 8 Lada Classics yesterday, and he expects they'll be gone in a week. But there's still one important question. How does it drive?
Clutch into first.
What's the difference between a Lada and a golf ball? You can drive a golf ball 200 yards.
That didn't go very well.
Kirit Radia, ABC News, Moscow.